by the time you are welcome to the class on blog design and content management. I am the tutor for today. I remain Engineer Dr. Dayo Shobowale. I will be taking you through the first issue, and that is the theories about blogging. And it starts from what exactly is blogging. What is blogging? What is blogging? You see, if you look at it, you must have been hearing that word, blog, blog, blog. Where did it come from? Why do they call it blog? What exactly is it? Now, you see, from here we have blogging. It is a platform where people can easily share their thoughts. People can share their thoughts, and they can share their experience, feeling, or opinion. Now, you now ask yourself, you have your thoughts, you have your experience, you have your opinion. Now, your thoughts, your experience, your opinion. Now, you see that it does not mean you have to be right. It does not mean you have to be right. Are you getting it now? It doesn't mean you have to be right, but it means that you have to work and share something. What are you sharing? And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. You see, blog does not mean you are right. No, it's not as if you are right. Take, for example, I am a man. If you have an opinion that everybody that you is a woman, are you getting it now? You are free to share it on your blog. It's your own blog. That is why it is said that through your blog, you can tell your story. I believe, I'm not sure, okay, through your blog, you can tell your story. So that is why you have to understand that blog does not mean you are right. It does not mean you are correct. It's just your opinion, and you are free to express it. Nobody is going to check you. Nobody will check you at all. Though there are some languages you cannot use. Those languages, they are the ones that you have to look at. You understand? You have to look at the languages. You have to understand the way the languages go. These are principles you have to understand. And that is why you discover that you must be able to comprehend that anything you want to write is not, am I right? Am I wrong? It is your opinion. What you think is wrong, take for example, I'm a Christian, you are a Muslim, or you are a Muslim, or you are a pagan, or whoever you are, even if you are an atheist. Let's look at that. You know, averagely, if someone is an atheist, that person is expected to be, you'll be saying that, oh, this person will not have listeners. I want to tell you, there are some people, they are atheists and they are online, and they want to listen to that person. Now, your own Christianity, maybe you believe, oh, this is how we should dress. Maybe in your own view, this is how we should dress. You see, that view of yours, as some people will dislike it, some people will appreciate it. That is why we talk about blogging as being a platform where you can easily share your thoughts. You can share your experience, your feeling, you understand, and your opinion. But don't forget your lesson on digital footprint. As much as you are free, you discover that you are going to be accountable to everything you do. Let's move on. Now, when we look at this idea of blogging, you see that blogging goes with traffic, content, blog, and money. Are you there? Blogging goes with traffic, the content, then money. Now, when you look at the issue of traffic, content, and money, you see that if you want to succeed as a blogger, you need traffic. Who are those we call traffic? What do we mean by traffic? Traffic is talking about the number of people that will come to your blog, read from your blog, and subscribe to your blog. Are you with me? They will read from your blog. As people come to your blog, tomorrow when I'll be teaching you, today and tomorrow we'll be laying foundation. They will do a little bit practical today. As people get on your blog, there is a record of what is being done by them. There is something we call bounce rate. I'm still going to teach you about that. You understand? So the issue of traffic is key. If you are going to make money, if you look at this, you know, I didn't design this. Someone designed this. Now, if you look at this, you discover that this is saying that traffic, content, blog, money. You see the way it is arranged. The first thing is talking of there is traffic. You need people to read your blog. You need to have traffic. Those of us who are lecturers, we are natural traffic carriers because all our students are part of our traffic. That's for lecturers. That doesn't stop there. Apart from traffic that you have to attract, your content must be key. Your content is very important. Your content is very, very important. Now, apart from your content, what else is important? Another important thing which you need to understand, apart from your content, is the blog itself, the design. There are some things, there is a way you mix color in the design. I will show you all these things. There's a way you mix color, there's a place you, there's a way you pick your headers, there's a place, there's some little programming that we are still going to learn, like HTML tags. We will learn some of those things. So now it's after you've gotten traffic, after you have good content, you have good blog design, then you can earn money. Can you see the way it is arranged? I brought this here so that you can understand that I didn't type it, I didn't arrange it. I'm only using it to explain to you so that you can have the right mindset. What a lot of people do erroneously is that they always believe or they assume that they can just get into blogging and start getting results. No, it doesn't work that way. Now, blogging, you learn how blogging can change your life by generating steady passive income online. Do you see that? One thing about blogs is it will generate income. The income is steady. Do you know how the income comes? I will explain. When you have traffic, look at traffic here. When you have traffic, can you see this? When you have traffic and your content is good, and you have a good design, you know, the moment you have traffic, Google rates you. If you want to check anything, most people use Google. So, but you know, Google is now becoming something like McLean's. When someone is pointing to close up, when someone is pointing to double toothpaste, it will tell you, I want to buy McLean's, and it's actually pointing to close up. So the word McLean's, despite the fact that it's just a brand name, has taken over the general name. The general name is toothpaste. But people, while they want to buy toothpaste, instead of saying, oh, I want to buy toothpaste, you will hear them saying, I want to buy McLean's. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and that is not what they actually want to buy. So now if you look at it, blogging, when we look at search engines are softwares that their sites that we use, their website that we use to get answers, information about whatsoever question we have. Our search engine includes Google, Yahoo. We have Yahoo search engine. You imagine that. We have Bing search engine, but the most popular out of them all is Google. Now, so when you Google something, you discover that what Google does is Google rates every blog. Google rates every blog. So what Google studies your blog and studies your followers. Once your followers increase, what Google will do is there are some people, they won't come to you. Like if I have an educational center and you have a blog, you write on education. Now I will go to Google and I will pay Google. We call something adverts. I will pay Google for paid adverts. I'll pay for advertisement. After paying Google, Google will now look around at the different blogs on that write on education. Now, when they get to the blog, maybe you write on education. When Google gets to all the blogs that write on education, Google will look at the ones with high traffic. That when it says high traffic, that means the one that people really visit. So Google will now place that paid advert. You know, I paid Google. Google will now play it or place it on such blogs. That's where we call Google AdSense. Google Advert Sense. So the sense. The sense in it is very simple and clear. Google will look at you. They have helped you. They've seen that you have generated lots of traffic. So what Google will now do is to now place that advert on your blog. So when your people, those who are coming to your blog to read your work, when they see that advert, the moment they click on it, Google will pay you. That is what we call PPC, pay per click. Do you understand how it goes? Google will now pay you. That's it. So you see, that is how to earn money. That's how to earn money. So apart from that, you now see, what's a blog? Definition. A blog is a personal website. It's yours. You see it? So it's not general. It's a personal website or web page on which an individual, you, an individual, records opinions, links to other sites, etc. on a regular basis. Now that's what Oxford Dictionary is giving us. Now I want you to pick some words, please. Regular basis. That's an issue. Regular basis. It should be on a regular basis. It's a personal website. An individual will record his opinions. You understand? It links to other sites and it will be done on a regular basis. There's no time. Let's move on. So let's look at the definition generally. A blog. What is the shortening of web blog? It's an online journal or information website displaying information in the reverse chronological order. Now, this is a keyword. Can you help me type it? Reverse chronological order. I want to see it being typed. How many of us are in class? Oh, wow, we dropped. I want us to type it. Reverse chronological order. That's a very important word you must take note of. Reverse chronological order. Yes, I'm waiting for you. Reverse chronological order. I'm going to explain that to you. Reverse chronological order. Yes, I'm waiting. Nobody has typed yet. Is it long? You are going to type, okay. I will start calling out. Pastor Nathaniel, reverse chronological order. Thank you. Pastor Nathaniel has done his class work. Who else? Reverse chronological order. Dr. Taiwo, mommy, thank you. Reverse chronological order. Thank you, ma'am. Now, who else? Yes. Oh, Mr. Titus, Barrister Olalere. Thank you so much. Reverse chronological order. Okay, is that Pastor Joshua? Yes. Reverse chronological order. Why are we typing? It's very important to type. You are typing as if you informed each other that you are going to be. Someone is still using iPad. I expected names. So reverse chronological order. Reverse chronological order. Yes, so that I can call out. Wale Adegbite, Pastor, I've not seen your work. Oh. Okay. My mom is in the house. Okay, that's good. Okay. So reverse chronological order. Have you seen that? Now, when you talk about reverse chronological order, you know what it means? What reverse chronological order means is that with the latest post appearing first. So by the time you are posting, what will appear first is the last one you posted. The last one you posted. is what will come up first. And that is what we mean by reverse chronological order. So by the time you are posting, you discover that as you post, Pastor Ayorinde, that's serious. You are saying network is bad. Okay, I believe they will still, admin will contact you. They will call you, sir. They will call you so that, thank you so much, sir. So now, reverse chronological order. So it's a platform where a writer or even a group of writers share their views on an individual subject. Can you imagine that? And funny enough, this is an aspect that I would have loved Pastor Ayo to really listen to, because this is one of the things he's looking for as well. A blog is a platform where a writer or even a group of writers share their views on an individual subject. Now, I want you to take note of something. Blog is arranged in a way that you have the subject. You have the subject. So as you are in class now, begin to think of the subject. I'm not sure I've seen Dr. Sophia in class. Look at it and be sure of the subject. Be sure of the subject that you are discussing. Because if you don't have that subject and you are just into everything, then your blog will not be rated. You see, let me tell you something about blogging. What is peculiar is you will be rated. You are going to make money through rating. You are going to make everything through rating. So reverse chronological order requires you to be rated and be rated well. Now, what is a blog? The term blog is short of web blog, as I said earlier, which refers to an online journal. It began as personal mini site that people used to record their opinions, their stories, and other writings, as well as photos and videos. I remember someone asking me, hey, Doctor, sir, is it possible to have video? I said it's possible. You can always have video. It's possible to have video. It's possible to have audio. Everything on your blog. That's how good your blog can be. So like what I'm doing now, I can always create it on my blog. Your blog is a platform that takes you to different aspects of your life. You see, your blog is like, I wouldn't know how to call it now. It's your shop. Yes. You know, if I come to your office, I should be able to have link to everything you are doing. That is how your blog is. Oh, thank you so much. Reverse chronological order. Pastor, you are still coping. You are coping. I'm excited. You are coping. So now, so you have that. As the web has grown and changed, blogs have gained more recognition and merit. You see, the fact is this. If you want merit recognition in the digital world, the only solution is blog. That is what is reigning now. That is what is reigning now. Reverse chronological order. So if you look at it, because of those who had challenges, let me quickly do this recap, because there are some recap. So there are some recap that you need, and that's why I'm bringing you here. When I said reverse chronological order, this is the blog that I spoke of. Now, what is peculiar about it is the way it goes. The way it goes. And the way it goes, it requires that you understand the rules. Just a minute. Okay, thank you so much. So let's move on. Blog and website, what's the difference between the two? Blogs are, if you look at it, they look so similar. Blogs are a type of website. You see that? The only difference is that blogs have frequently updated content and websites tend to be merged. Website is static, blog is dynamic. I need to be fast because of your time, please. Blogs are flatter than most websites. Blogs organize content in reverse chronological order. You see, that word must always ring bell in your mind. That means that most recent published posts will appear first. Reverse order is a lousy way to organize content for great user experience, engagement. So that will help. Like now, if you have a blog, this class you are having now will be reported on your blog. That's the last thing you are doing. And that is what will promote inbound links. Please, there are some words I want you to be writing down. Can you just write down inbound links? We are not talking about it today. You will be learning it later on. Inbound links is something very important in blog, and to help you to secure a long-term search engine optimization, which is SEO. Now, importance of blogging. Number one of the most effective ways to build brand awareness while providing relevant and useful content to your target audience is through consistent blogging. Please, all these principles I'm explaining to us tonight, I'm laying it as foundation before we go into full-fledged practical. We are going to do some practicals tonight, just one. You understand? But from thank you. Inbound links. Oh, you are around. God bless you. So inbound links is something you have to be conscious of. Now, importance of blogging. Consistent blogging. It says here, providing relevant and useful content to your target audience is through consistent blogging. Please, let's look at that. When we talk about consistent blogging, blogging starts from your book. Look at, I should show you this. You can all see this. This is my blog book. This is my blog book. Now, I will write, you can see different writings. I will have written, you see, you need to have a place where you will write all the topics. Now, if you are going into blogging, someone like, some people have made payment and we have designed for them. Oh, let me pick my mommy, Dr. Alira Babalola. Our blog is on. I just did it. I left. I was watching out. But you know, I didn't talk. I didn't talk because she is a proper student for this class, a proper participant. Because she has paid for a blog, she has a blog, she can now go and apply it. First thing you need to understand is this: provide relevant and useful content. You know, initially, he said it's your opinion. That means you are free to write anything. Now, we are now saying here that you should provide relevant and useful content to your target audience. So that means that you cannot blog without, yes, you are welcome. You cannot blog without a plan. You need to have target audience. Who are you looking for? Then secondly, you have to be consistent in your blogging. For you to be consistent, like Dr. Babalola now, who already has a blog, before she now goes into full blogging, she must write down what she wants to discuss. It's not compulsory she writes everything down, but the area. Let's pick something that is general. Let's assume you want to talk about national issues. And maybe this month you want to talk about local government. Next month you want to talk about state. You have an idea of what you want to talk about throughout for maybe 3 months, 4 months. Just have the topic, write it down. Blog. That's why blogging, to be a blogger, to be the owner of a blog, and to have effective blog requires proper planning. Do you understand? You see, I'm training you this way because I'm no more seeing you as a client. I'm seeing you as a professional. And as a professional, what sells is what you sell to your clients. When your clients come to you, if I'm going to be talking to you now, okay, look at my sister here, Dr. Ida Mola Adejumo. I'm going to manage a blog. I will tell her, what do you have? Everything she has, I will organize it. I was talking to Pastor Ayo this morning and said, what do you have? He said he has over 500. Good. Now, those things you have, I will arrange it because you must be consistent in your blogging. If you are not consistent in your blogging and you are just blogging, oh, you are not going to get results. Please, these are the rules. Consistency in blogging. If you remember, I showed you my footprint and my digital footprint under mentality and reality. Because I didn't post for 2 weeks, it has dropped. One of the pictures have dropped. So consistency is required. That's why what we are getting into will give you a change of life. If you want to be writing once a week, please let the once a week be consistent. Choose a day. Do you want to be publishing on Mondays? Do you want to publish on Tuesdays? Choose the day you want to publish and you start publishing. That's what we are talking about. Blogging is an inexpensive way for small businesses to drive traffic to their site. enhance inbound marketing efforts and attract more. I don't want to talk about that. But what I've just said now, I believe you have gotten it. Please write it down, because that's why you see some people, they will start blogging and they will stop on the way and they will lose their rating. It doesn't work that way. You have to be consistent. That's why if you know you are the busy type, some of you are here, you are busy, some of you are here, you are going to become blog designers. Some of you, you are here, you are only going to be helping yourself to manage your blog because of your busy schedule. So let's move on. Now, what's the next line of action? Features of blogging. We want to look at what are those features. Number one, you have to create posts. What do we call posts? Posts are those things you type. If you go to, we are going to check that blog tonight, Dr. Alira Babalola's blog, you will discover that there's just a single post there. Then you will check my own blog. You understand? Now create posts, not one. You create posts. So how do you post? It can be, that post is your idea, it's what you want to put. You don't need to write too much. That's why you break it. If you look at my blog, you study it, new normal 1, new normal 2, because there are principles. People don't want to stay too long on a blog. They don't read what is long. No, the digital world is a fast world. Once they get to your blog and they spend, is the first 5 seconds. Once their impression is negative, you see that they will leave. They will leave, they won't stay with you. So that's the challenge we face in the digital world. So upload or embed pictures and multimedia. This one is key. I'm going to show you how to do that. Then I'll show you how to name your pictures using some programming language, HTML. Configure the appearance and layout. Of course, these are part of the things you are going to learn. These are the features you'll be learning about blog. These are the things we call blog design. Then you display posts and comments to visitors. Those are decisions you take. Then be moderate. Don't be excessive. Be moderate. Don't be excessive. Publish RSS feeds. Find support. Then you host your blog. That hosting of blog, we'll start it today. We will complete it tomorrow. Let us move on. Now, features of blog. Now, can you imagine? We are back at this again. Niche blogging. Now, this is something very, very key. You have to find out about niche marketing. You see, let me tell you, like Shehu now, who is a fashion, she's a career worker, she's a fashion designer. She will not call herself fashion designer. She needs to understand. I will explain it. I will explain it. It's a technical term. You understand? Like Shehu now, she needs to talk about fashion designing. Why talking about fashion designing? We have a language, fashion enthusiast. Now, some of you, you are speakers. We don't really see people as motivational speakers. We don't really call people like that in the digital world. We either call them public speakers and preferably coach, life coach. Do you understand? That is how we refer to them. So you need to understand your market and their language. Your market and their language. You need to understand that. Then you're choosing a blog name or a blog site. We are going to be doing that today. You will learn how to choose a blog name or a blog site. You will learn it today. So choosing a blog name or a blog site. Now, by the time you want to choose a blog name or you want to choose a blog site, you have to be careful. Dr. Taiwo Ogunjobi, our mommy from University of Ibadan. You see, this is the area I was talking about. Now, your own name is Taiwo Ogunjobi. Which name are we going to choose when naming your blog? Are we going to still repeat Taiwo Ogunjobi? We'll try it tonight. We'll use our phones or laptop. We'll try it tonight. Are we still going to use Taiwo Ogunjobi? Will it be available? Maybe I should even ask admin to help me check that before we get there. With Taiwo Ogunjobi, will it be available? We will check it. Do you understand? Is it compulsory we use Taiwo Ogunjobi? Should we change something? You get it? Because you have to choose a blog name. Look at Dr. Mrs. Alira Babalola. She naturally, her full initial is H-A-L, Babalola. But she didn't use H-A-L. She just chose Alira Babalola, and she has been consistent with it. And that gave her a good stuff. I don't know if Stephen C. Johansson is in class tonight. Mrs. Kike Johansson, if you look at that name is unique. Kike Johansson is not common. So there is no competition with the name. Look at my own name now. The idea of Shola Shobowale is a competition. When you have a star, maybe an artist or a star in the political world or in the entertainment industry, bearing a name, and that name coincides with yours, you need to sit down and choose a blog name. Another thing you have to understand is that it's not every time you use your name. At times, take for example, you're a lawyer and you want to use your blog basically as your chambers. If I want to do that, I can just say shobowalelaw.com, www.shobowalelaw.com. But you see what the disadvantage of doing that is that though there is no rule against it, but by convention, that has limited me to only talk about laws. The reason why, the advantage of using your name while naming your blog is it's everything about you. Do you get it now? If you want to pick an aspect of your life, you could add it. Then another issue is you can call it, you can use diaries by Babalola Diaries is something you can use. Olalere Diaries, but something like Titus Olalere, it's all encompassing as your person. But someone who is at the verge of retirement could bring his name and put diaries at the back. Now, you have to understand the different types of blogging. We have different types, different styles, which I've been teaching us. Then we have blogging design. Now, we have some blogging that is just you alone. We have some blogging that's a group of you. Then some companies also use blogs. Companies, the schools use blogs. They use it to drag traffic. If you have a website, maybe of your school, like the proprietor in our midst, you have a website of your school, that person can still have a blog that will drive traffic to the website. That's the wisdom. That's the wisdom. That's why people try to separate them. Then blogging design, of course, that's what you have. That's why we are here. Now, blogging content is another thing entirely. That's why I printed this in red. It's, we have SEO class, we have content development. In this class, we are going to deal with content development, but SEO expertise is another thing entirely. Then digital marketing is another thing entirely. Those are the challenges we find in the digital world. Now, what else am I going to, importance of blogging? Oh, there is a mix of them, but let me take it. Express yourself and share your passions. I've told you about that. Make a difference. Make a difference in your profession, in your career, in anything you do. To make a difference, all you need is a blog. Then you share your knowledge. Refine your writing skills. Now, this is where some people will become better than some people. If you are not a good writer, you are going to have problems with blogs. Nobody will blame you, but you will not be rated. There is a way you are rated. They rate your writing. Google rates it. You know, it's funny. Blogging is something very different, and I don't want to use the word difficult. It's not difficult, but it's tasking. That's the truth. You see, nothing good comes easy. It's tasking. Let me just confess to you. It's very tasking because I remember there was a time I wrote a blog. I was true, and I was looking for Google Pass before I post. I was on it for over 3 hours. And there are some languages, and those are things you find in SEO. There are some languages you have to use because your word must be very simple. Google will rate everything and give you a percentage score that, okay, this your writing is, and once it is below 60%, it will not scale through. Though it will go if you post it. If you write, when I was coming home, I told them to wait. If you write it and you post it, it will go. Do you understand? But the rating will be negative. The rating will be negative. Those are the things you need to understand. So learn how to make money online. Of course, I've explained that to you severally. Then you build your professional network. Now, everybody here, either you have a blog or not, we are all digital friends, and we must connect to each other and have very good professional network, then of course you earn more exposure because people will call you, they will ask you questions, they will make contributions, and you will learn more. Then you become an authority. This is about the most important thing. This is where I am going. That's why I said if you are blogging, you should have a purpose. It's either for relevance or for money. Well, and if you are blogging for money, the first thing you have is relevance, because if you aren't relevant, nobody is ready to pay you. But once you become relevant, you cannot stop money from coming. So I will advise that you focus on being relevant. That if you are talking of, like when you talk about digitalization in Nigeria, I want to be in the first 10. Actually, I want to be in the first 5. Digitalization in Nigeria. What do I need to do? I need to keep writing and keep working. Report all this. All these trainings have not reported yet. You understand? And that's where the challenge lies. Now, how do you blog? Yeah, we are coming to the end of the class. How do you blog in 6 steps? First, that's what we are doing today. Pick a blog name. Choose something descriptive. Your blog name should show, you see, you're going to face some challenges. Dr. Babalola, I was the one that I told you, I checked your profile and I chose the name for you. You are the one to choose most of the time for your clients. What you are only going to do is you will provide your client with information. You are going to ask your client, what do you want to do with the blog? Just let me tell you something about computing. If you want someone to believe in you, you will ask him questions that shows you have knowledge of what you are saying. So the first step is to pick a blog name. That's the first thing. If the blog name is not there, you are deceiving yourself. You must choose something descriptive. It's not every time you choose your name. If you are not a content writer, if you are a seller, you don't need your name. Take, for example, if you want to be teaching about kitchen issues, maybe you want to, okay, for example, you are a good cook, you are a caterer, and you have developed a blog. You are not ready to talk about yourself. All you want to be talking about is the importance of food, the types of food, and what have you. And your name is Shobowale. Do you know what you can call your blog? www.shobowalekitchen.com is a blog name. Are you getting what I'm talking of now? Now, if you want to talk about politics and everything you want to talk about politics is about your state, let's assume your state is Osun. You can say www.osunnews.com. It's a blog. Are you getting it now? You see, if you want to have a blog and all you want to be doing is about sports, you understand? You can call it Sportsmania, Show Sports, www.showsports.com. That's because you are Shobowale Show Sports. So you see that it is descriptive. It's not compulsory. It must always be your name. Please, these are things you are going to use when you are talking to your client. Your client will respect you because it's another thing to know how to design. It's another thing to know how to present your design to your client. If your client is talking and you cannot talk, you are going to have issues. Now, when you ask, should it be .com? I think I'll be talking to you. Well, let me quickly explain. When it is .com, that means it's a commercial center. .com, .commerce. It's a profit-making center. Do you understand? Site. Now, if you say .org, that means it's not a profit-making site. So if your site is to preach the gospel, if your site is not selling anything, you just want to preach the gospel, you want to be a blessing to people. If your site is not selling anything and you want to just talk about Islam, your site is not selling anything, you just want to talk, you are the humanitarian type. You understand? No money to be collected. Your site will be .org. It will be .org. It will be .org. Now, if you want to be very much rated in Nigeria, when they talk about commerce in Nigeria, you want them to think of your site first. Though it will affect your rating in the world, but at least in Nigeria, it will enhance your rating. Then you can say .com.ng. Do you understand? Anytime you write .com.ng, if anybody is finding anything in Nigeria, before it will bring those people from overseas, it will have shown your own blog or your own site. However, be warned that such sites will also not have full-fledged international high rating. You understand? Because You have limited it with .ng. Don't choose it. Don't, because of money, go and give someone .ng. Please, don't, because of money, give someone .ng. Then get your blog online. Register your blog and get hosting. There is a difference between buying a domain name and having hosting. Let me explain. By the time you buy a name, it's like you have named a child. Naming ceremony, 8th day. But after you have done that, then you build a future, a future for that child. When you are building the future for that child, that means you are getting hosting. Where will the child stay? You are getting the accommodation. You have bought the name. Someone can have a name. I mean, I married a wife and I've changed her name. She has gotten the name Shobowale, but she needs to be hosted. She needs to be placed in a room. You understand? She needs to be placed in an area. The same way you discover that after you have bought your domain name, you need a place. And let me tell you something that is online. You know, some people are so deceptive. They will tell you domain name is free. You only pay for host. It's lie. They would have combined everything. Some people, they will give you the price for host. I made that mistake. They will give you the price for hosting. You will look at that price. You will quote it for your client. By the time you're about to complete the registration, they will now tell you that you have to pay for the name. And then if you can't pay for the name, the hosting is useless. So you customize your blog. Of course, how do you want it to look? You choose a free template and tweak it. I'm going to be showing you how to do that later in the class, but not today. Write and publish your first post. Dr. Babayola, I want your first post before the class tomorrow. I want to plead with you, get your first post. Then you promote your blog. Get more people to read your blog. How do you promote your blog? That's why people like us are there for you. We help you to promote your blog. You also share your blog. Then apart from that, if it depends. That's where digital marketing comes in. The issue of traffic. The issue of traffic, that's another class entirely, but that's not even for you. The concept is you have to promote that blog. You share it. It's a conscious effort. The more they read, the better for you. The more they read, the better for you. If you are on the same platform with me, I have created, if you have more than 300 contacts on your phone, then you create a broadcast list. When you have more than 100, create a broadcast list and add all the numbers on your phone. Those people, you know, some people, maybe you have my number, I don't have yours. You get it now. That's not what I'm saying. If you have those who have your number so that they can receive your post, and you'll be sending it maybe once a week. And some people will come and tell you they are not interested. For such people, you apologize and delete it. Do you get what I'm talking about? Then on Facebook, you keep spreading. You keep spreading. And once it is good, people will like it. After liking it, they will support the exit. And after the support of the after the support, you see that you keep moving forward. So now write and publish your post is the fun part. Promote your blog. I've told you, then make money blogging. That's how it goes. So this is all. That's all. Promote it, then you make money blogging. So now we get to the practical session. What are we doing today? Today we want to pick name. We want to pick name. Please, do you have your laptop with you? If you have your laptop, I'll be typing some things for you, so because it's a practical class. So I'll be typing now. Can you all go to www.bluehost.com? Go to www.bluehost.com. Let me have that laptop. I want to check. Okay. Before we, yes. Are you there? Now, under Bluehost, click on domains. Click on domains. Domains. Have you seen it? Click on domains. Let's stop a bit before we, okay. Let's stop a bit. Let me quickly complete this lecture so that we can now round up with what we want to do. Now look at this. What is your blog going to be about? If you want to pick a name, what is your blog going to be about? Who is your target audience? What is the tone, voice of your blog going to be like? Those are things to consider. Will you be building your brand around your blog name? Your brand, is it going to be around your blog name? Are social media names also available? Now you go ahead. After that, the last thing is grab the thesaurus for a catchy name. Look for a name that can sell you. Look at competitors' blog names. You see that? That's if you are into selling. If you are into selling, competitors' blog name. Then there's blog name generator that you can use. You can take inspiration, of course, if you read and you feel that, okay, so you consider a different language. So those are things, play with words that come up with the perfect blog name. You can even be humorous, you understand? And you try alliteration. All these things will come together to help you when it comes to your blog. So let's go back to this. Now, have you gotten to www.bluehost.com? I want you have to become, everybody has to be communicating with me. You know, it's a practical session now. Have you gotten there? Bluehost.com. Go and click on, Omola Lade, you should have gotten there. Please check. So thank you so much. That ends the class. We'll continue with practicals just now. Thank you. God bless you.